do you know? The most famous symbol of freedom on Earth was finished by a black man whose name history tried to erase. Not a helper, not an assistant, but the man trusted with the most dangerous part of the statue. His name was Philippe Reed. Born around 1820 in South Carolina, in the 1870s as France rushed to complete the Statue of Liberty for the United States, engineers faced a problem they couldn't solve. The statue was massive, the copper was unforgiving, and the torch, the very symbol of liberty, was fragile, elevated, and deadly to construct. Mistakes could collapse months of work, or kill the men building it. That's when they turned to Philippe Reed. Reed was a formerly enslaved black metalworker living in France. He had learned his craft through forced labor, mastering copper shaping, hammering and riveting, and large-scale metal assembly, without formal schooling and without choice. By the time Liberty was being built, his skill was already known inside workshops, even if his name was never meant to travel outside them. Europe did not invite black men into academies, salons, or engineering societies. Those spaces were reserved for white aristocrats and credentialed elites. But workshops were different. Inside workshops, results mattered more than race, as long as credit could be controlled. So Reed was allowed in, not honored, not celebrated, used. When construction reached the torch, supervisors made a quiet decision. Philippe Reed was placed in charge of the copper work, at the highest, most dangerous section of the statue. He wasn't just following instructions, he supervised the critical shaping of the torch's copper plates. He climbed where others wouldn't. He hammered, fitted, and reinforced the structure that would be lifted above the statue's arm and held against the sky. The torch was assembled under his watch. This matters, so be clear. The torch is not decorative. It is symbolic. It is structural. It is exposed to wind, weather, and time, and it was trusted to a black man whose freedom had once been denied. When the Statue of Liberty was completed, the world celebrated. Politicians gave speeches. Newspapers praised France's generosity. Engineers signed their names into history. But Philippe Reed disappeared from the story, not by accident. Workshop records listed supervisors, not craftsmen. Contracts were signed in white names. Black labor was treated as replaceable, not record-worthy. They trusted his hands, but not his name. Skill was acceptable, recognition was not. And here is the contradiction history avoids. The symbol of freedom was finished by a man who had once been denied his own. A man born without liberty was trusted to shape it for the world. When the statue arrived in America, it was hailed as a promise, liberty enlightening the world, but the world was never enlightened about the man who completed its flame. Over time, textbooks simplified the story. Exhibits removed laborers. Credit flowed upward, away from workshops, away from black hands, away from uncomfortable truths. They remember the statue, they remember the monument, but they forgot the man who made sure liberty could stand, burn, and survive. They later called it collaboration. They later called it craftsmanship, but history knows what it was: extraction. So when you look at the Statue of Liberty, at the torch held high above the harbor, remember this: freedom has always been built by people denied its benefits, and the names erased from history are often the ones who held it together. Philippe Reed did not just work on liberty, he shaped it, and that is why they tried to erase him. History remembers the powerful. Histora remembers the forgotten. Follow for the stories that matter.